Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Um, Today's a little bit different from my average content because today we're doing the Q&A. Yes, that Q&A, the long-awaited one. Um, but yeah, I'll say this though, it's definitely been rough getting to 500. And honestly, yeah, I couldn't really do this without your guys' support, so thanks a lot. But anyway, moving on. Let's get these questions started, shall we? Alrighty, first question from Error3 H3L. What is your favorite core game? That's a good question, actually. I don't know, man. I've played a lot of core games on this channel. It's hard to pick. A little hard, anyway. But honestly, I'd have to say ZCL or Zan's Codename Lemonus because honestly, when I first discovered the game, I honestly really liked it, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool game. I mean, there's also ACG, which is like basically my second favorite, but yeah, I probably need to be doing a video on there. I will at some point. Anyway, moving on. All right, next question from Juju Bean Crossing. Oh, an Animal Crossing player. How many reactor cores have you blown up? Hmm. Technically, if you've watched the short, yeah, um, you would see it says a million, but let's be honest, a million is kind of an over exaggeration. I would say roughly about like maybe 1,000 reactors or more. That's probably how many I've blown up on this channel. Well, and off camera too. But yeah, I would say that's probably about how many I've blown up. Anyway, alrighty, we got the next question from Judy Schaffer. Okay, don't know what that is. Anyway, what was your first ever reactor game? Um, if we're being honest, it's technically, technically the first ever core game I played is Innovation Labs, technically. But the first ever real core game with an actual startup and stuff is ACG or a core game. Pretty epic game. I know. I need to make a video on there. I will sue, guys. I swear. Anyways, alrighty. We got the next question from B Loki. He's actually an old friend of mine. You probably most likely know who he is because he's tagged me in videos. But he says, "Hey Tech, can you add me to the friends page on your YouTube channel?" Yeah, buddy, I already did that. You're welcome, by the way. Moving on. Alrighty. The next question. Oh, and it looks like this one's from Ian. All right. Face review. Why, buddy? You're not funny. I'll say that. How did you meet Sky? Yeah, honestly, that's kind of an interesting story, actually. So, I was playing with another friend of mine, aka Core the Dev. I'm sure you probably know him. He's in my older videos. Yeah, I was playing another Reactor Core game with him, and Sky just kind of joined, I think. And then I just kind of added him, and we weren't really friends. We were more acquaintances. But later, though, I ended up actually talking to him, and well, actually, wait. So yeah, whenever I was working on the innovation incident, that movie, um, I decided to bring Sky into the cast because I needed an innovation security guard, and he just so happens to have the innovation security fit on. So, yeah, I brought him into the movie, and from there, yeah, we just kind of became pals. All right, and looks like he has another question in here. When did you get interested in reactor games? Um, to be honest, I think it was since I made my new account in 2022 when I got interested in core games because I started playing Innovation Labs, pretty fun. Then I discovered Pinewood next, technically, or Pinewood Computer Core, and yeah, that was pretty cool. And then that's just kind of how I got into core games, I guess. But anyway, alrighty, we got the next question from Shady Gaming Channel. Interesting name. Anyway, for your questions for your Q&A video, I have a question. What made you start becoming a YouTuber? Who inspired you and one okay. And one more, will you ever do a face reveal or one more okay. What is with the face reveal questions, bruh? Stop asking me about face revealing. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's actually a good question actually. So, I think I started like seeing Reactor Roar content pop up specifically from like Aiden Dane and all that stuff. And I think Aiden Dane was definitely one of the main inspirations for why I became a YouTuber in the first place. Yeah, I will say though, well, especially the intro. I got inspired by his intro to make my own cool one. But yeah. As for the face reveal though, yeah. Maybe maybe another time. Moving on. Alrighty, we got the next question from Manchild. Yeah, real funny, Dex. Yeah, that's Dex. Found that out. Found that out from the profile picture. But anyway, he said, "Why is the sky blue?" I don't know what the bro. Why is the sky blue? I don't know, bro. Moving on. Huzzah! The next question. Shady Gaming. Another question from Shady Gaming. All right. One more question. How did you meet Ian? Good question, actually. I don't really know. I'd have to actually ask him. Um, I think we met like through his game or something, kind of like as acquaintances at first, and I think I added him or something like that. And then one day I saw him playing Natural Disaster Survival, and I had the bright idea of joining him, see what the flip he was doing. And yeah, kind of from there we kind of bonded and became like actual friends. So I think that's kind of how I met him, but moving on though. All right, next question from Joe Josh. What the hell? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that exactly, bro? Moving on though. All right, hey, we got the next question from Waylon Has Dogs. It says, when will Waylon Has Dogs collab? Oh yeah. In case you don't know who this guy is, this is actually a friend of mine. Is I like to call him Swan. He's a pretty good friend of mine. He makes joke content, all that stuff. And you should totally go subscribe to him, by the way. I'll probably link his channel below. But anyway, yeah, about that, yeah, at some point, yeah, we can try to do a joke collab or something, bro. Totally. Anyway, alright, hey. We got the question from Nova. What's your favorite food? Favorite movie? Um, favorite food? I mean, I've eaten a lot of good stuff. Honestly, pizza. I know that's like a pretty common favorite food, but I literally got the pizza diet over here, bro. So, yeah. Okay, and he also said favorite movie. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've watched a lot of good banger films, to be honest. Good banger films. I don't know. That's I hmm. I would have to say like the Iron Man, bro. I mean, come on. He's like my favorite Marvel superhero personally, and I just think his movie is really awesome. So yeah, W. Robert Jr. uh, Robert Downey Jr. Oops. Moving on though. All right, hey, we got a question from Kari. Kyar. I don't know. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. Anyway, any upcoming games you're excited about? What kind of hobbies do you like besides games? As for upcoming games, I've always liked the Mario Bros. Franchise and the Sonic franchise, so whatever the next Sonic or Mario game is, I'm honestly hyped for whatever that is. Cause yeah, hobbies though that's an interesting question. Uh, well, actually, wait. I do have one thing I like doing. I like exploring stuff in IRL. I think it's pretty fun. I like checking out new places and seeing stuff. Yeah, that's about all I really do, though. Moving on, though. We got another question, and this is actually from my friend in Roblox chat. Yeah, I know. Her YouTube account got deleted, so yeah. Said, when did you get inspired to make vids? So, yeah, like I said before, it was mostly reactor content that kind of inspired me to do this stuff. So, yeah. Moving on, though. Alrighty, we got the question from Mike. What's up, Mike? Who was your first friend on Roblox? So yeah, I met this guy in 2022. Yeah, I know. I do have older Roblox accounts, okay, but I never actually had any friends on those accounts, so I didn't really start making friends till like I got the new one. But the first real Roblox friend I ever met though was Namir. That's what I like to call him by. He was honestly a pretty nice dude, pretty loyal guy too, I'd say. Pretty caring and all that. And I don't know, man, if you somehow come across this video, um add me back, please. I want to talk to you again, dude. You were an awesome friend. Anyway, all right, we have the last and final question of the Q&A from Doris Martinez. Okay, do you like Vocaloid? If you do, what is your favorite Vocaloid? Because mine is Kaito. Um, I don't know. That's I'm a little iffy about it. I do think it's cool for all the Vocaloid fans that are out there. I do think it's cool. I don't know if I fully like it, but I do think it looks cool and sounds cool. I mean, I've seen the stuff though, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of about it for the Q&A. That's all the questions I unfortunately got cuz apparently you guys can't ask me enough. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. So please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please do it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.